Hey guys, it's Kristin with Decorator's Warehouse. We are thrilled that you're here today. We're going to be recreating this red and green Christmas tree design. So fun. It has a little bit of a retro vibe to it. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to be breaking it down using our 4-step process, which is easy for anybody to recreate. This red and green design is going to pop on a flock tree. I'm so loving the flock trees this year, and I can't wait to show you this design. This is a modern take on kind of a retro look that's so nostalgic, and I think you're gonna love it. So we're gonna jump in with step one. Step one is our topper. I always like to create a topper that extends beyond the height of the tree. It gives it a polished look and it just makes your design look finished. And for this topper, I'm gonna be using a series of red and green sprays. These are the same sprays that I'm using throughout the body of the tree. I've got a leaf. This one's really fun. I've got a lot of sequins in this design, so the curly Q kind of ties all that together. I like using flat shapes, so this has a little bit of tinsel in it, which brings out the retro. And then, of course, a good berry, and then these fun balls too. So I'm gonna jump on the ladder, and I'm gonna start with this green crabapple, and I'm gonna place 2 of these on the 7.5-foot tree, 3 on a 9-foot, and then I'd probably do 6 on a 12-foot. So when they come in, they're gonna be kind of compact. Let's go ahead and open that up. So pull all of these out. And then we're just gonna run the stem straight along the spine of the tree, right in the middle. And then what I can do on some of the first ones is use the greenery itself to wrap it in place and give it a little bit of extra support. Okay, my next spray is gonna be this leaf. Again, I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna place this in between the ones that are already placed. Again, I can use the branches to give it a little bit of extra support and then pull the individual stems out. All right, my next one is this fun curly Q. I just love the little bit of whimsy that this brings in. And then this leaf is nice because it's gonna bring a little bit of that red color up to the top. All right, and once my sprays are placed, I'm gonna kind of cap my topper with a floral. So I wanna bend that. I'm creating it where it's kind of coming out of the tree. And then I'll run that down the stem there. So what that's doing, it's hiding all the stems, and then we're gonna come in with ribbon right here. And then on the 7.5, I'm gonna place 1 more opposite of the one that's placed originally. Okay, step 2 is ribbon. I love a good ribbon. A quality ribbon can take your design to the totally next level, and these do not disappoint. So I'm gonna be using a combination of this really fun sequin one that's red and green, and then I've got a nice velvet with a piping on both sides. So for this 7.5-foot design, I'm gonna be using 4 rolls of each. Now these are 5-yard rolls. Now I'm gonna be doing this a little bit different than I've done ribbon in the past. Basically the gist of it is I'm gonna be working in series of billows and tails. So we're gonna use this little pocket first, and I'm gonna create a tail here. Now I'm folding it to make a loop, and then I'll do a twist. So I'm just creating a little 2-loop bow to start my design. And then twist. See how cute that is, and that'll let us carry into our first billow. When you have a good quality wired ribbon, it's gonna stay where you put it. So see how when I kind of push it in, it billows out? That's what we're trying to achieve with this ribbon. So I wanna billow this into here, twist the greenery to hold it in place, and then we're just gonna cut a tail. So I'm folding it, and then you wanna cut at a diagonal. Okay, now I'm coming in with my second ribbon. I told you I'm doing it a little bit different. Sometimes I'll layer them, but since this is such a showstopper, I wanna do this in a way that it's gonna show up as well. So I'm gonna start by creating a tail, a loop, and then I'm gonna fold this into this spot where it's tucked already. And then we're just gonna bring this in the opposite direction. I'm just going down about 2 branches, securing that in, and then I'll cut it, leaving another tail. I've got the ribbon placed and I'm loving the way that it looks. So I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. Normally I would go right into my floral and spray layer, but I have a lot of bigger scale ornaments on this tree. I love, love, love these sequin balls, and I've got all these fun jewels. I'm gonna go ahead and place my ornaments next so I can see kind of where my holes are, and then I'll fill in with the filler sprays at the end. And as far as quantities, I'm using odd numbers on this tree. This is a 7.5 foot tree. I've got 5 of each of these ornaments in a good variety of textures and sizes. Okay, all my ornaments are placed, and I'm moving into my last layer, which is my floral and spray. I'm gonna use these 3 stems that we used in the topper grouped together to create a cluster. So I've got my stems wrapped. Kind of creates one piece that I can then insert into the tree to take up big chunks of space. So I have about 5 of these, and I'm gonna run them. I like to run the stem up a little bit because what it does is it allows this to cascade down. And so I'll kind of work through the tree with those in a zigzag. The other single stem florals I'm using are these really fun sequins. They match our larger ornament balls, and then this one as well. I have 7 of each of these. So what I'm doing is I'm using my tree size, which this is a 7.5 foot tree, as the multiplier. So I'm working in 7s. So kind of same thing here. I want to zigzag through the tree one style at a time, looking for anywhere that I have holes. Everything that I'm using here today can be found at decoratorswarehouse.com. This is one of our bundle packages, which comes with all the flowers, ribbons, ornaments, and sprays that you see here. You just put your tree size in and we ship it to you. And of course you have the video that shows you how to work with it. If you like individual items, they can be purchased on our website as well. Okay, all of my floral is placed. Now I'm just gonna fill in with some individual sprays. These are great for filling in holes. A lot of these are the pieces that I used in the topper, and I have 7 of each of these. All right, guys, there you have it. We have such a fun red and green Christmas tree with a little bit of a retro nod. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit subscribe so you can get all the latest and greatest Christmas content. And follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram as well. Merry Christmas and happy decorating.